Godsend. I will tell you that we chose vocabulary to work on as a faculty last year that we noticed in our students. They needed really a lot of help with vocabulary, and we wanted to work on the virtues. So actually went to a workshop with my superintendent, and she said, hey, there's this program called Virtue Equals Strength. Would you want it for your school? So it really was a godsend because I was going to end up trying to write one. And the teachers, because of the Zoom call, they felt very comfortable. Paul jumped right in to do it. And all the other teachers, they were, Joe still does, our junior high, he does all the 5 slide deck as well. Amanda, who you met, she's a new religion teacher settling in here. She used it in the beginning. She said she's gotten away from it. She'll get back to it. So they all see the value of teaching this vocabulary, but also teaching what a virtue is and what the virtue is not. That is so important. And we do a lot of that here. For our discipline, we teach what good behavior looks like and what it doesn't look like. So this fit right into the pattern of how we do things here. And it's the liturgies and the services, the prayers that come already with the program have been wonderful. Miraculous Medals with Moms was a terrific event for us, and we're slowly implementing all these by grade level. The 2nd graders and 3rd graders did the Saint Museum. And so what they did is they actually dressed as their saint and videoed their report and then invited the families in, and the kids dressed again next to their video and let the video play. And so that was, and the whole school came to that actually with the families. So that was really beautiful. And then the Los Posadas. Our next one in February is going to be the Dads with Donuts in the Dark, in the Flashlight tour. And I think I just recently mentioned that to one of the grades, 4th or 5th, and their eyes got huge because they're connecting now these activities we're doing to learning about the virtues. So it's been fun. It's been fun and easy. That's not usual. So it's been not difficult to implement at all. It's been really not difficult because it's all there. And I use it in my parent letters. I will copy and paste the virtues, all the words for the month, and put that at the bottom of my newsletters. I will publish some of your family activities as I have room for the parents to do at home with the kids. I explained the program very carefully in the beginning of the school year so they knew the kids were going to be learning these words and learning the virtues. So I feel overall we've really had great success. It's only been a few months. Yeah.
Any feedback from parents at all? I mean, I was talking to one of the dads there that was already saying something. So
yeah, the Miraculous Medals with Moms. Those moms, I will tell you first off that we have about 50% Catholic families, 50% not. The 50% Catholic families is typical. Not a whole lot are practicing or may not have practiced for years or fallen away, whatever. To see those moms and some grandmas and some who are not Catholic wearing the Miraculous Medal now is just beautiful. But I will tell you, one of the most touching things for me is we have a little boy in 1st grade, and I wanted to look today to see, but he has worn his medal every day because we told them they could wear it. It's part of their uniform now if they would like to wear it. I'll invariably see, one or the other wearing them when they remember. But this little boy wore it every day, I know, for 2 months. And he might have it on today. I don't know. But, and his family's not Catholic. And he came to us in kindergarten. He's in 1st grade, so my hope, he's not baptized. My hope and my prayer is constantly that he will be baptized with his siblings. The family just had babies, twins. So there are 5 5 children. So my hope is that they'll become baptized. Yeah, that would be icing on the cake.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So if there was a principal, worried about it, it's another thing. My teachers are busy. If I were to ask them to do something else, they'd either die, run away, or possibly both. What would you say to a principal to maybe encourage or
I am honestly telling you that this was the easiest thing I've ever implemented. The Zoom call beforehand helps a lot because it exposed them with your guidance to the program. Now, typically when I jump off a Zoom call, if I'm going through something, I don't really still understand. But when they finally got those emails and they dug through it themselves, it connected back to the Zoom call. So they were comfortable, I think, from the first. And I mean, all I was doing was reminding them to do it. I was using the vocabulary. I was having the priest use the vocabulary. That's all I'm doing, reminding and using the vocabulary wherever we could, which everything is can't. It's kind of like we used to say, oh, canned programs. No, this is a canned program that has everything you need, and you can pick and choose what you have time for. Our teachers use it first thing in the morning when the kids are coming in, getting ready for the day. The kids love the videos, and that's easy to put on at those transition times when kids are getting ready. Some are faster than others to get ready. They'll sit down and watch it. They'll be ready to go, So it is so easy, really, to implement. I got no pushback. But again, we had said this was going to be our goal. I had, as a staff in May, when we look at our year and we decide what we want to work on the next year, we talked about how we were going to have to come together in committee and create a program, create what we were going to do. So when this dropped in our lap, because, we already had chosen this as something that was very important, and it's not just our school that has, like you said, the vocabulary problem. This is nationwide, that students are struggling because we don't use this language. They're so used to slang and shortcuts and not conversing. So this is going to give them a toolbox full of words to use and to sound articulate and to understand what other people are saying too.
have you heard them using the words, or have you like behavior-wise, have you had fewer discipline issues this year? Has there been fewer, serious disagreements when kids are getting after each other? Has it been easier in that regard?
Absolutely. We've been working on that. This just compounded what we've been doing. Like I said, we discipline here on 15 social skills that the kids need to learn. And it's a self-discipline rather than we discipline. So this, like I said, just fit right into it. But I do see less students in my office this year, for sure. And it has to be that they are learning these virtues. Mr. Herring in language arts, in reading, in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, incentivizes them to be virtuous. When he sees virtuous behavior, he constantly is letting them know about it. He's constantly telling them in his own life what he's working on, what vice he might have that he can share with them that he's trying to overcome. And it makes it more real, more human for them to see somebody else struggling. And I think that's a great lesson for anybody to make a connection to, oh yeah, I suffer, from that too. Oh, he did that. Maybe I should try that. I think our students are becoming more prayerful, more thoughtfully prayerful, being able to be exposed to these kind of words, the saints, the actions of those folks in the videos. It ties it all together in a little package. It really does. Anyway, I love reading the titles myself, and they inspire me in what I will write about for the parents in our newsletters. And I like that the parents are seeing this weekly, the kids daily. I feel like that has to have a big impact on our community. It just has to, because of the number of times we're all touching these words and touching even the word virtue. They now know what virtue means. They now know what vice means, and they identify them. Whereas before, they may have called them a bad habit. Well, when you kind of take it and you look at it as a vice, that's stronger. That's stronger. That's affecting your life, as a bad habit does. But a vice is of evil. And so just that educational piece, too, even if we take faith out, which I never do, but the educational piece of really learning what these words mean, and then hopefully taking it to the action level. And then having the kids reflect, too. I mean, all those pieces are so important, that the kids get to do some self-reflection on, okay, where am I lacking in using this virtue? Do I fill like Father was saying today about filling all the silence with music, or the kids' games, or the iPad, or whatever. He does usually come up with practical ideas of how we can, of course, and he should, how we can make our lives better and more focused on Jesus.